Hey guys, it's Chad again. This time I'm working on changing out the rear bearing housing for one that has provision for the speedometer gear readout, which is this guy here. And you see the difference, obviously. This one has provision, whereas this one does not. So anyways, without further ado, obviously you got to remove your drive shaft first, which is held in with 4 8mm bolts. And then if you've got the NV3500 DHD heavy duty transfer case like I do, you're going to have 4 15mm bolts holding on the tail cone, and then you're going to have 5 10mm bolts holding on the actual bearing housing itself. And the last thing to go is the actual retaining clip here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get that out. So hopefully you guys can see that. Maybe not. There we go. As you can all see, that is not removed, so if you just give this a little bit of a tug, this whole case now will slide right off. And just set that guy aside. So here's what you guys want to see now. Here, first off, this is the new nylon gear that's going to go on the back shaft of the transfer case. This is going to be your worm gear for the speedometer. And then you also need 2 retaining clips to hold this in. And I'm going to show you those provisions that are actually still on the shaft here. If you guys have a look here, this is where it's supposed to go. So there's a clip, there's a groove cut out here, and a groove cut out on the back side for those 2 retaining clips, and then obviously that worm gear will go right here in the middle. So let's go ahead and get started and get that in. I'm going to go ahead and start with that first retaining clip. Get my pliers. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. Okay. We're currently about ready to go over the first slot. This is very hard to do one-handed, guys, so bear with me. Sorry for all the movement. I don't have a fancy GoPro or anything like that. I'm just using my phone. So I have to set you guys down for a side here for a second. There we go. And as you guys can see, it is a little bit of a challenge just because of the tight tolerances, but you can slide it mostly into position. There we go. So now the first guy is locked in place, as you all can see here. You got that first retaining ring in. Now you're going to take your nylon gear and we're just going to slide it right on over. That's going to slide right in. And then lastly, you take your last retaining ring here and you're just going to slide it right on in. And it's going to fit perfectly into that last groove there. So let me set you guys down again. I'm going to go ahead and get that put in here. Okay. Now you guys can see that gear is in. And now I have created a provision for the speedometer readout. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to apply some RTV around this mating surface. I believe the correct one is to use some gray for all oils in automotive application. And we're going to just start the reassembly process, but as you guys can see, this only takes maybe like 30 minutes to do. So give me just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and get some RTV opened up here, and we'll get that going, and then we'll start the reassembly process. So hold on for just a little moment. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. So I've already gone ahead and wiped this down, but just pretty much just not too much around this. Just go around it gently. Oops. That is a little messy. You're gonna have to use your gloves to spread this around a little bit. I had no idea that this particular one was going to be so messy, but it is. Oops. Unfortunately, I'm not doing the best job here, so I know people are going to say stuff. But once you guys get this all done, then this is pretty self-explanatory. You let it seal, and you're all done. This is not the prettiest, just so you guys know. I'm going to have to come back through here and wipe it all down in a moment. But once you let it all dry, we can go ahead and start with our new housing here that has a fresh bearing in it, just so you guys know. Okay, here we go. And now you just slide the, that's the old one. Where's the new one? The new one's right here by me. Now you just slide the new one right over your cap bearing. There we go. And it's just going to go ahead and go right into place on that dowel pin that's down there at the bottom. There we go. Touchdown. Yes, I know it's ugly. I have to come back in here and clean it up, but it is on. So, on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this, but that is how you go ahead and you change this out. Obviously, you're going to put your tail cone back on, like so, and it's just going to sit there. Actually, it came off like that, but just change that out there, and now you've got a provision for your speedometer gear. So that's how you do the heavy-duty transfer case swap in a Jeep CJ from a Dodge Dakota. Alright, guys, you have a good one, and talk to you soon. Bye.